How you doing? TexAgs.
3 straight trips to the NCAA tournament at Virginia Tech, where the 30 years before he got there, they had made 2 total. And he's in Aggieland again for the first time since he got here 15 years prior and left here 13 years ago. Buzz, welcome to the studio. Welcome back to Aggieland. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing great. I appreciate all those stats you just
That's a long intro.
That was impressive. Not the numbers that he remembered it.
I was letting you settle in with your Chicken Express.
I was happy to see Clayton. That was incredibly kind of him. I think if I would have bought stock in Chicken Express when I worked for Coach, I wouldn't have to coach right now.
You ever sit back and were you ever like, man, one day I think I'm going to get back to Texas A&M, or did you allow that to cross?
You know, I didn't. I never knew if I would have a chance to be a head coach, and I think you do get consumed. You know, when you're in the middle of a tornado, you don't know how fast it's moving. You see things being thrown out of the tornado, and you're just trying to make sure that it's not you, that it's not your family, and so you wake up real early every day, just trying to stay in momentum, having momentum to stay within it. So I've never looked at myself as anything other than a manager from the Barrow Junior College. And all of the things that maybe you would say that I've accomplished as a head coach, even when I listened to it, none of that ever resonates with me, because that's not who I am. Who I am is just a kid that tries real hard. And so, no, I never thought when I was at Texas A&M, yeah, you know, in 13 years I'm going to come back and be the head coach. That would portray me as being smart, and that's not who I am.
Calculated.
Well, I love football. I love football more than basketball. And so when Justin was showing me around yesterday, all I remember, Logan, from when we were here, or when I was here with you, is the original Kyle Field, maybe is how I should say it, and the original Bright Complex building. Like the original. Yeah.
And these are your pre-indoor facilities.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And I used to go to a staff meeting once a week when I knew Coach G would still be maybe not at work.
Yeah.
I would go to a staff meeting with Coach Francione. Johnny Barr would let me in. I would go to all of those different meetings that football coaches have. And so when Justin took me on the field, Logan, obviously it's completely changed. And then I turn around and I see the Jumbotron. That was kind of a surreal moment, right?
The football thing, that interests me, because when you were going in there, was that just because, man, I love the sport and I'm in a position where I could sit, or are you learning from those guys?
Yeah, I don't want to know anything tactically about football.
Yeah.
I've done it everywhere that I've been. Frank Beamer was off the chart good with me when I was at Marquette with the Green Bay Packers. That's how I've developed a lot of relationships in the NFL. But anytime I think I can go into a world, Billy, where I don't really understand what they're talking about, but I can learn from how they're leading their organization. I try to shadow different Fortune 500 CEOs. I don't really want to learn more about basketball. I want to learn more, how can I help? How can I be more efficient in leading?
The new head coach of the Fighting Texas Aggies men's basketball team, Buzz Williams. Coach, howdy.
Howdy.
That sounds great. I was going to say welcome, but I should say welcome home.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. It's been an unbelievable experience thus far. Overwhelmed, as I mentioned to everybody that I've seen since I landed. Overwhelmed with emotion, and not smart enough to articulate all the different feelings and thoughts, just because it's happening so fast, right? And you want to do right by all of the people. You want to do right by all of the families, including my own. And so it's almost surreal in that it doesn't need to be about me. It needs to be about all of those people. And so I just tried to manage it all in the right way. The coolest thing yesterday to me, other than my family being a part of it, other than the opportunity, but I think it's important that you measure life in moments, right? And one of the more unique moments of my career yesterday was, I want to say hello to all of the students that are at anything, anytime. We'll buy you donuts, we'll buy you pizza, we'll give you a bad cotton piqué t-shirt. whatever you want. We want the students to support us. And there were 5 kids who graduated from Van Alstyne High School who came to the press conference, who are students and or graduates of A&M, and they were standing in a group waiting on me amongst all that was going on. And they just said, "Coach, we just wanted to tell you we're proud of you and that we're from Van Alstyne." And I go, "You've been through Van Alstyne or you're from Van Alstyne?" "Yeah, we're from there." And I was like, "We got to go on the stage and take a picture." It was the only picture taken on stage.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a really unique moment.
Yeah. You connect, don't you, with families, student athletes, 12th man, or fans. That connection is important to you, isn't it?
I think it's the only thing that matters.
Mm-hmm.
I think all of the coaching stuff is somewhat overrated. I think what matters in the world that you live in and the world that I live in, what matters are people. And it doesn't matter your industry, it doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter your gender, it doesn't even matter your origin. What matters are the hearts and souls and minds of people. And everyone has a role and everyone has a function in whatever it is that we're doing. And so one of the things that I spend an inordinate amount of time on, and I hope that I'm saying this without any arrogance, I think my whole life is built on, in waking hours, trying to help others. And it's not holier than thou. It's not, I have all the right answers. It's, thank you for the opportunity to get to know you. There is something I can learn from you. And if there's anything that I can do to help you, I'm going to be standing at the front of the line. And what has transpired, you know, when they say, "Did you ever think you were coming back home?"
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever think when you were an assistant here that you were going to be the head coach? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. One of the hardest things in life, in my opinion, is including the excluded.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the hardest things in life is loving the unlovable. And so I never thought of myself as being in the in-group. I never thought of myself as, oh, maybe what I can do is connect people.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe what I can do is have lifelong relationships. And it's turned into my whole life. And I think that's my role. I think that's my function. I will hire better coaches on my staff than what I am. Way better. I'll hire better recruiters on my staff than I am. But what I want to make sure that I'm really good at is that I have energy every day and that I have a trustful relationship with everyone, whether they're on our staff, whether they're on our team, whether they're the voice, whether they're season ticket holders, or whatever their role is in Aggie Land. I hope that my energy and my ability to build a trustful relationship is what connects us, and that maybe I can be the fulcrum relative to that.
Texas is no stranger to you. You're from there and you coach there. When Scott Woodward and his staff sat down with you, what appealed to you the most?
Well, you know, obviously there was some traction there because of what you said. I'm from the state. My wife is from Texas. Actually, our youngest son was born probably 3 miles from where I'm sitting while we're doing this interview. We've got a lot of work to do, and you're the last show that I'm going to be on. I was just jumping over the hills when they told me that you asked for that I'd have a chance to be on the show. But after this, we got to get to work.